Welcome back to the cockpit. Last time, Arian learned to fly with a lean instrument panel. Today is a case study, a cautionary tale of what happens when you ignore that lesson. Meet Kunal, who had a simple setup that quietly worked, then spent a whole year chasing every shiny new tool he could find. By the end, his cockpit was a wall of blinking gauges, his hands were exhausted, and he had flown precisely nowhere. Let's dissect exactly where it went wrong, and how he pulled out of the dive. Meet Kunal. He is 32, from Hyderabad. A year ago, his investing cockpit was beautifully simple: one low-cost index fund, one automatic monthly SIP, and a quick review just twice a year. It was boring. It asked almost nothing of him. And quietly, in the background, it was working. He was on a steady course. Then he made the mistake that grounds so many enthusiastic investors. It started innocently, a slick charting app that everyone online was praising. Then, a few months in, 3 paid signal subscriptions, because surely more expensive meant more edge. By month 6 he had 20 indicators crowding a single screen and had started day trading on their alerts. And somewhere along the way, he quietly switched off the boring auto SIP. It felt too passive for someone this active. His simple cockpit had become a cluttered control room, flown by whichever light flashed loudest. So what happened after a year of all that frantic activity? Kunal churned in and out of positions constantly, racking up costs. He paid real money, month after month, for signal services he barely followed. And here is the sting: when he finally compared the numbers, his hyperactive, high-tech year had underperformed the boring index SIP he had switched off. He was more exhausted, more stressed, and financially behind where doing nothing would have left him. The tools had not made him richer. They had made him busy. Here is Invest-InsightsPRO's diagnosis, and it is the heart of this case. No single app or indicator was the villain. The real failure was that Kunal never had a lean, consistent panel to begin with, so every new tool just added noise instead of clarity. He mistook activity for progress, and a busy cockpit for a skilled pilot. Arian's foundation applies here in reverse. More tools did not make Kunal a better investor. They simply gave him more ways to get in his own way. So let's lay out the whole case. The trap: Kunal believed more tools meant more edge, but all he added was more noise. The cost: constant churning, money bled on subscriptions he did not use, and a working auto SIP switched off for no good reason. And the pullout: once he stripped his cockpit back to one trusted tool per job and simply turned the automatic SIP back on, the stress lifted and his results returned to a steady climb. The recovery was not a clever new gadget. It was subtraction. First for you, Kunal's hyperactive, high-tech year underperformed the boring auto SIP he had switched off. What does that really tell you? That he simply needs even better, more advanced tools next time? That he was unlucky, and it will surely work next year? Or that activity is not the same as progress, and a simple, consistent plan often beats a frantic, tool-heavy one? It is the last. The lesson of this case is that effort and gadgets are not what compound. Consistency is. One more. You feel that familiar urge to add a 5th app, because a new one looks genuinely powerful. What is the disciplined move? Add it. You can never have too many tools. Add it and keep the other 4 too, just in case. Or first ask what job it does that your current panel cannot already do, and what it would replace. It is the middle one. A lean cockpit only stays lean if every new instrument earns its seat by removing another. Otherwise you are just rebuilding Kunal's control room, one app at a time. Here is the case, distilled into 3 rules you can fly by. 1. Activity is not progress, it is consistency that compounds, not clicks and alerts. 2. Every new tool must earn its seat by replacing one you already have, or it does not board. 3. When in doubt, subtract. The lean cockpit, not the crowded one, is always the goal. Kunal did not recover by finding a smarter gadget. He recovered by taking things away. Learn from his lost year, so you never have to live it. Start free with a risk DNA assessment at app.investinsightspro.com. Your score is next.